So today we are going on to the journey of wealth creations, and I appreciate all the youngsters also who have come up, especially it is for them. Elders who have already done, it is a good learning for you also that way. And this session is predominantly for 30 to 40 minutes. I kept it very small and crisp. I didn't want too much of ज्ञान क्योंकि investing is a word कि we don't like it. It is in our DNA कि मुझे सुनना ही नहीं है investment के बारे में. So I made it in a very simple way, and let's start it. This brand will be more about educating the investors and the young entrepreneurs, the young investors. At the same time, while I'll be teaching the investors and the advisors and financial consultants, which is more on a professional note, but the investors and the other young entrepreneurs, this is more on the educational note for the purpose of investing. And today's topic, it will be like investing with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, as we all know, it's a very buzzword. It is catching very fast, and everybody must have heard that artificial intelligence is going to come. It is going to remove all our jobs. We have to quickly shift our skill set in that directions. And in a way, we have observed the last 1 year, artificial intelligence is capturing the financial investments also. So most of you who are young and yet to start your investment journey, it's a very, very good opportunity. And I think we're in the best phase of it, because you will not make the mistakes what your previous generation has made the mistakes, or your parents or your grandparents who have made the mistakes. You are very fortunate that you are in that technology-driven space where everything is happening automatically. And just because it is happening automatically, it requires a lot of, carefulness, and with caution we have to go ahead. So the main question which we ask, or we begin with every session, we say that, are you investing? And investing is a word हम लोग को किसी को भी पसंद नहीं है. मतलब the word itself, investing is such a big trauma, and the word you use it in the family, that big chores happens and all of us take our steps aside. If the parents tell us, or the adults tell us in the family that yes, you save something, put some towards the investment, there is an instinctual factor which comes within us that we don't want to invest, we want to spend, we want to live our lifestyle. It's eventually over a period of time we realize the importance of investing. So as a not as a your friend, not as a boa or your cousin or something like that, as a person with experience in the financial industry for the last 15 years, where I've been teaching so many bankers, I've realized that this is a word which has to be captured at the first itself. Like you have to control this. The moment you control this, the rest of the life is very easy. And the most experience which I find it, यदि हम सारे जो questions हम यदि 4 factors में divide करते हैं, the essence of life is crystallized in that. There's a word called as कब, क्यों, कहाँ, कैसे. ये 4 questions को यदि हम अपनी समेट के रखते हैं कि कब इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए, कहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए, कैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए, क्यों इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए, ये 5-6 questions को हम लेके चलते हैं तो आधी चीज़ें तो सॉर्ट आउट हो जाती हैं. So this is the way we have to question ourselves. We have to think it deep. जैसे हम लोग health conscious होते हैं, we take good food, good diets, exercise सब करते हैं. The similar thing even for the finances it comes up. And finances investing हम लोग करना क्यों नहीं चाहते हैं, 2-3 चीज़ें हैं. हमें लगता है कि हमें knowledge नहीं है. लेकिन honestly my experiences, मुझे बहुत knowledge है. सब लोग जानते हैं my qualification is that I'm a chartered financial analyst. I've done fellowship in life insurance and I'm an arbitrator too. But I have experienced that knowledge is only 30 to 40%. The rest 50 to 60% is the emotional mindset inside us. That mindset, if it works well, then the decision comes very easy. I'm not giving any gyan. I'm just your true well-wishers. And now we say the word comes up, why should you invest? Everyone says that, why should we invest? Technically, we have seen there are 2 sectors, 2 categories of person. Some of us are job seekers. We are doing jobs. The whole objective क्या करते हैं हम लोग? We earn, then we spend and we invest. But हम सब अपने bankers को जब हम teach करते हैं या भी entrepreneurs को सिखाते हैं, we say that कि job के साथ when you earn, तो पहले invest करिएगा, उसके बाद आप spend करिएगा. Investment कितना करना चाहिए? That is the crucial thing. Investment इतना करना चाहिए कि जिससे आपकी lifestyle भी disturb ना हो, और इतना भी ना हो कि आप कंजूस बन जाए, और इतना भी ज़्यादा ना हो कि आप पूरा exorbitant हो जाए, आपके सारे expenses बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाए. ऐसा भी नहीं हो जाए. तो कहीं ना कहीं एकदम balancing होना चाहिए. And that's the reason we teach the mathematics of finance. So finance is not about an entirely new subject. It is something which should have been taught in the school. बट स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ाते हैं, पता नहीं किस वजह से नहीं पढ़ाते, बट इट इज़ समथिंग सिर्फ वो 11 ईयर्स टू 15 ईयर्स के बच्चे भी आसानी से समझते हैं। जिसने उस टाइम पे समझ लिया, ज़िंदगी पूरी आसान हो जाती है। हम बहुत ही लेट में सीखते हैं, तो इसलिए बहुत ही डिस्ट्रेस। So that is the point which a job seeker does. Now, if we're coming to the business point of view, not many people are doing business. There are many young entrepreneurs also coming up who, instead of going for the jobs, they want to do business. What do? They build a product, they sell the product, and then जो भी बचता है, the profits, in दोनों में से they go and make the investments. So with the investments they're doing, what is the intention? Why should we do? Is it necessary? Is it a must? Yes, it is a must. Why it is a must? We say because it has to go compounding annually. Compounding annually का मतलब क्या है? A into 1 plus R raised to power n. What is R here? R is the rate of return and n is the number of rate of interest, or we call it as rate of return, and n is the number of years. So if we focus on these 2 points, we know that whatever I'm investing today, that will be compounding it over a period of time. Compounding का मतलब है कि the amount which you're investing, it grows over a period of time depending upon the rate of interest which the product is giving or the instrument is giving. In this due process, what happens? Wealth is created. So when wealth is created, we say that we have achieved the financial freedom. That's why we say the money is divided into 2 categories. One is called as the active money, the other is called as the passive money. Active money कौन सा money होता है? That is the money on which we work or we do business to earn money for it. That means we are earning for the money, we are working for the money. And passive income is what? It's the reverse. But the money is working for you. That means the investments which you have made, which is compounded, that is actually working for you. You're relaxing and you're at ease, and the wealth is coming on the backdrop, and we see the money is working for you. So the whole journey of any investor is from this stage to this stage. And to come from this stage to this stage, it comes an important point of investment. Now the next question comes, are you investing? When we say, yes, there are few financial instruments in the market. So broadly, this is the way how our all investments we do it. Typically, we in India, we invest in real estate. We do it in gold and other commodities. We invest mostly into bank FDs and RDs, recurring deposits. We invest in mutual funds and equity markets. And now there's a new stream coming up, which is called as the alternate investment funds. So typically, if we understand that, how the rates come for real estate and the gold, we don't actually predict the rates. Why? Because the real estate prices and the gold prices, the calculation happens only when you liquidate it. Liquidate का मतलब जिस दिन आप वो बेचते हैं उसी दिन उसकी कैलकुलेशन होगी. मान लीजिए मैंने कोई घर 20-50 लाख में खरीदा है इन 2019 में, यदि मैं उसको 2023 में सेल करती हूँ फॉर 1 करोड़, जब मैं सेल करती हूँ देन आई मेक माई कैलकुलेशन एंड देन मैं से दैट कि इस रियल एस्टेट की वजह से मुझे इतना पैसा मिला है. या फिर गोल्ड को भी, गोल्ड यूजुअली हम लोग सेल नहीं करते हैं, वी यूजुअली बाय इट एंड कीप इट इन अ लॉकर्स. सो वी डोंट consider it as an investment. It is just a instrument कि हमको खुशी मिलती है. Now next comes the bank FDs and the RDs. We all know typically the rate comes from 7 to 8% on an average चलती है, but recently because the RBI hikes वगैरह even 9% के भी FD आते हैं, but typically we know that कि 7 to 8% आते हैं. इसमें दिक्कत क्या है? दिक्कत सिर्फ ये है कि बैंक FDs जो वो एश्योर्ड रिटर्न देती है, बट रिटर्न इतना भी नहीं देती है कि वो इन्फ्लेशन को बीट करे. इन्फ्लेशन का मतलब the price is increasing day by day. That is called the inflation. So this is not beating. Yeah. And the next comes the mutual funds and the equity markets. This is the most sought one. And if you know, statistically in India, there is only 4 to 5% who are still investing only in equity market. So that means हमने notice किया कि almost 95% of the Indian population is not even investing in that. मैंने 1 करोड़ प्लस की जो डीमैट अकाउंट्स है उसमें एक्टिव डीमैट अकाउंट्स भी नहीं है. सो दैट इज अ बिग डीप रिक्वायरमेंट इज दैट कि बहुत सारी एजुकेशंस प्रोवाइड हो, इन्वेस्टर्स में जागरूकता आ जाए, एंड इसीलिए सनाइटा हैज कम अप विद लॉट ऑफ कस्टमाइज्ड एंड कैप्सूल्स एजुकेटिव मॉड्यूल्स वे कम अप, एंड वी एनकरेज मोस्ट ऑफ द यंगस्टर्स टू कम एंड लर्न इट. एंड हम ये बताते हैं कि फाइनेंशियल जो लर्निंग होती है वो एक बार में ही होती है. इट्स लाइक लर्निंग अ कार ड्राइविंग हम एक बार सीखते हैं, बार बार थोड़ी ना सीखते हैं. तो लाइक दैट ओनली फाइनेंशियल इन्वेस्टिंग की जो नॉलेज है वो सिर्फ एक बार सीखना चाहिए. इफ़ यू लर्न इट फॉर से 21 days, मैक्सिमम 45 days, और 3 मंथ्स एकदम गिरी से गिरी हालत में भी दिए, अब 30 डेज पे भी लगा देते हैं, तो बिलो एवरेज पर्सन भी सीख जाते हैं. दैट इज सो सिंपलीफाइड द थिंग इज. सो फाइनेंस द वर्ड्स जो है वो बहुत ही क्या बोलते हैं मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है, एंड बहुत ही ज़्यादा मीडिया न्यूज़ की वजह से या बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन इधर उधर की वजह से ये गूगल में, यूट्यूब में, ये सब देख के बहुत ही मच चुकी है. बट ऑनेस्टली यदि हम उस पर एक शिद्दत से एक बार हम ऐसे सीखेंगे इन अ स्ट्रेट वे, इन अ फॉर्मेटेड वे, ना कि हम इधर उधर की बातें सुने, ना हम फ्रेंड्स की बातें सुने, ना हम यूट्यूब्स देखें, ना हम अपने मम्मी पापा की बातें सुने, वो सब करने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. इससे तो न रो न लर्न ऑन योर ओन, जैसे हम योगा सीखते हैं या कार ड्राइविंग सीखते हैं. So that is the essence of it. And today what we'll be mostly speaking about is the interesting point is the equity markets. Why equity markets? Equity markets is the stock markets जो सब कहते हैं, और सब डरते हैं इससे. सबको इसलिए डरते हैं क्योंकि जिन्होंने उसमें पैसे गंवाए हैं, they'll always say कि equity markets अच्छी नहीं है, you should not invest it. But जिसने actually समझा है, जाना है, उनको पता है कि equity market is the only market जहाँ से आपको ज़्यादा पैसे मिलते हैं. So today we are going to talk about this. एंड ऑन एन एवरेज हमने ये हिस्टोरिकली देखा है कि इक्विटी मार्केट में यदि आप लगातार उसमें इन्वेस्ट किया रहते हैं तो ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 3 to 5 years 90 to 20% रिटर्न आता ही आता है, भले अप्स हो, डाउन्स हो, ये कुछ भी हो. एंड इवन इनफैक्ट माई जर्नी जिसमें मैंने लास्ट 15 years से व्हेन आई हैव बीन इन्वेस्टिंग इट, आई हैव एटलीस्ट सीन 3 dips of it. So every time the dip comes, there's a lot of damage it happens to the portfolio. But when you keep your presence of mind clearly and you make more investments during the time of the recessions, things bounce back, and over a period of time you get a sufficient good money. So while we understand about the equity market, I want to touch base what is the artificial intelligence, what it is in finance. And artificial intelligence सबको पता है, जिनको नहीं पता वो ये समझे कि artificial intelligence is the method by which the computers are given some program which is able to work so fast, so good based on the data it is being done, and it predicts the pattern. So वो आगे के patterns वो predict करते हैं without the intervention of any human being का knowledge या उसकी intelligence के बगैर वो automatically वो information. So AI जो है, it has been influencing all the sectors, not only health, real estate, finances, every industry it is touch basing it, and finance को कुछ ज़्यादा ही it is influencing it. And if I explain what is the pros and cons of AI, if AI is good or bad, there's a lot of a debate about it. We have some experts in our team itself who says that yes, it is good and it is bad. Good in the sense for the finances के, उसमें कोई human की brains की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है, सारे चीज़ database driven decisions रहते हैं, और जिसमें मुझे सोचना नहीं पड़ेगा कि मुझे ये स्टॉक लेना चाहिए कि वो स्टॉक लेना चाहिए, वो मुझे ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं चलाना पड़ेगा. The machine or the tool that itself gives you the data, or it itself gives you the prediction कि मुझे किस स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करना. क्या ये सच में है इस टाइप के टूल इंडिया में? यस है कि नहीं, वो हम आगे चल के समझते हैं, बट यस इट इज. शुड आई यूज AI इन माई इन्वेस्टमेंट? दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन जिसके लिए हम सोचते हैं कि हमें यूज़ करना है कि नहीं करना. आज हम भले हम रुक के हम सोचना चाहेंगे कि करना है कि नहीं करना है, बट डेफिनेटली आज हम थोड़ा बहुत भी अवॉइड कर सकते हैं, बट आने वाले दिनों में 1 साल 2 साल 5 साल में हमको मैंडेटरी करना पड़ेगा. जितना जल्दी हम इस चीज़ों को समझे, ये टूल्स को समझे, वी आर यूज टू इट, वी अंडरस्टैंड कि दिस इज द वे ऑफ थिंग्स, आई हैव टू यूज इट इन माई लाइफ, एंड दिस इज द वे आई वांट टू गो एट विथ माई इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. The earlier I take the decisions, the better it is for me. So we are today introducing those concepts of artificial intelligence, how it is going to happen in the financial industry. And typically हम देखेंगे इक्विटी मार्केट्स में the traditional way of investing कैसा होता है. ब्रॉडली 2 तरीके से करते हैं. एज एनालिस्ट जब हमने ये सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा था, बहुत ही डीप डाउन में पढ़ा था, एंड जैसे उसमें हम लोग फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस करते हैं. व्हाट डू वी बी बाय द फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस? इसमें हम लोग क्या करते हैं, स्टॉक का वी ट्राई टू मेक द सेक्टरल एनालिसिस. सपोज आई पिक्ड अप वन स्टॉक, से अदानी स्टॉक और से मे बी रिलायंस स्टॉक. सो आई मेक अ सेक्टरल एनालिसिस कि वो पूरे सेक्टर की कैसे परफॉर्मेंसेस है. फिर उस पर्टिकुलर कंपनी की हम एनालिसिस करते हैं, उनके बैलेंस शीट्स को हम समझते हैं, उनके कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट्स को देखते हैं, उनका प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस को स्टेटमेंट्स को समझते हैं, एंड ओवरऑल वी अंडरस्टैंड द कंपनीज हिस्ट्री, व्हाट आर द फ्यूचर प्लान्स. It's a big job, we almost read almost 300 to 400 pages of a document. And if you see any investment banking company, or if you see any financial firm asset, there are a lot of analysts under them. More than 40 to 50 analysts work under that particular investment banker who are working on different sectors. They make the analysis and then they come up with the recommendations कि कौन सा खरीदना चाहिए, which outside the market में आ जाता है in the format of a media में ऐसे टिप आ जाता है. हम टिप के बेसिस पे हम सारे इन्वेस्टर्स करते हैं, लेकिन हमें याद रखना है कि टिप यूजली कम्स जबकि सारे लोगों ने ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं. कोई टिप जल्दी नहीं देते हैं क्योंकि वो आपके हितैषी नहीं है. दे आर नॉट योर वेल विशर्स कि दे वांट देबाशीष टू मेक लॉट ऑफ मनी or they want Anisha to make a lot of money. No, the tip usually comes when everything is exhausted. When it is on the loss-making point of time, that time the tip comes. So we educate investors to avoid the tips, to avoid the media news, to avoid any other friendly tips which comes about. And as I mentioned, we see a lot of financial parameters with the P ratios, alpha, beta, and these are the things which I teach the bankers, and which is a very detailed subject. And if I can show you how we do it, these are some of the tools which is publicly available. People can go through these economic times, money control, and all those things, and they just read these things on a cursory level, and they make a decision कि हाँ मुझे इसमें invest करना है, उसमें invest करना है. And as I mentioned with the fundamental analysis जैसे करते हम लोग technical analysis पे करते. Technical analysis क्यों करते? It is more about the charts and all those patterns we do. आपने देखा होगा कहीं कहीं the red and the green signals comes up. The green signals which gives the buy signals, and the red comes with the sell signals. So because by understanding the candlestick patterns, we make a lot of predictions when that particular stock has to go. So typically technical analysts, they are again a very strong team of people, experts रहते हैं. They understand the trend patterns कि पिछले 1 साल में, ये 5 साल में कैसे उसका trend patterns चल रहा है. They take lot of price action theory basis पे वो they take a decision and they apply a lot of strategies to it. And typically like जो लोग trading करते हैं वो लोग they use this platform which I wanted to show you. And if anyone of you are interested, you can take a good learning in this aspect and do it. So like this, we have a lot of chat patterns, and for a new person, it looks very confusing. Even for me also, it was very confusing initially. But as you start gripping the patterns, you will understand the buy-sell triggers. So usually they say when it is at the bottom, you buy it, and when it is at the peak, you try to sell it. So those are the concepts they talk about it in the terms of the technical level. So this is the way traditionally अभी तक होता जा रहा है, और अभी तक सब ऐसे ही करते, सभी के हम आप सब लोग भी ऐसे ही करते हैं. But now we are coming to the new topic which I'm trying to introduce you today. And one more point which I wanted to say कि traditionally हम जब बिजनेस करते हैं क्या होता है, आप हम जितने सारे भी हैं, हो सकता है मेरे पास 5 लाख रुपीस है, देबाशीष के पास 10 लाख है, नतालिया के पास 5 लाख है, किशोर पटना के पास 2 lakhs है. So like that all of us we are having different amounts. So when we give this different amounts to the portfolio manager, what he does, he creates a portfolio. And the portfolio which he creates is almost similar to all of us kind of. So the portfolio which is creating, it is having very limited risk profiling. That portfolio manager, he will not, हम लोग सबकी risk profiles क्या है अलग अलग. Risk profile का मतलब ये होता है कि सबकी जो tolerance है, whether to withstand the losses, that is different for different persons as well. Some people are in a very bindas state, they don't have any liabilities, कोई family नहीं, कुछ नहीं, bachelor boys है, तो उनके क्या risk taking capacity ज़्यादा रहती. That's why we say when you're young, before your liabilities have started, when you're not yet married, you are young, you have the longer risk taking capacity is the word which we use it for the youngster. But somebody who's in the middle age, maybe about 40-45 years, is already burdened with a lot of things. He has bought a house, he has taken up EMIs, he has done a lot of other investments he has done, and because of all those things, usko risk taking capacity kam hai, because uske next jo working life that is also less asset. So he will think that okay, I may not have that much of risk taking capacity, and jitna paisa mera hai, I want it to be protected. So uska thought process as such. So risk profiling is something which is the individual's risk taking capacities. And how this risk taking profiling happens, there is a set of questions which will come, which I'll tell you in the next 1 or 2 slides which is coming up. So to negate all these problems, what is all the problems? The problems of fundamental analysis, technical analysis, we now have the AI way of investment. How it takes care, the entire thing is taken care of by artificial intelligence. कैसे होता है? Let us understand. Those who are from the background of the IT will understand. This is entirely a big data analysis which we do. How they do it, they choose around 12 million data points, which includes they analyze the fundamentals, the price volume time series which I showed you in the technical analysis. जितने भी corporate actions होते हैं, government policies होते हैं, regulations होते हैं, global और domestic events होते हैं, जो sentiment data से, और जितने भी world across में जो भी information होते हैं, economic data होता है, ये सारी चीज़ों को around almost 12 million data points को they analyze it, they process it, and they have developed a algorithm kind of tool based on which what they do, they make the predictions, they make the price predictions. When they make the price prediction, it comes with a very accurate. Prices are very accurate, and they give it for a limited period. So then say that, okay, you invest say, in particular stock X, and they say that you invest it for 3 months. And I, as an investor, when I buy that particular thing, I invest for 3 months. उसमें मेरा दिमाग कुछ नहीं चलता है, उसमें मुझे कुछ एनालिसिस नहीं करना पड़ता. That particular tool will tell me, Sunita, yes, you have to buy this one, hold it for 3 months. And the best good point about that, keep not only talking about the entry point when you to buy, they talk about the exit point also. So the importance is the exit point. और लोग सब लोग क्या सोचते हैं कि किस point पे हम entry करें. And मैंने ये खरीद लिया है, रिलायंस स्टॉक्स खरीद लिया, हमने ये खरीद लिया, बट मुझे कब बेचना वो नहीं पता. बट फॉर्चुनेटली बिकॉज ऑफ दिस टूल दे टीच अस कि हमको कब एग्जिट करना चाहिए. यदि कोई स्टॉक अच्छी नहीं है एंड इट इज़ नॉट परफॉर्मिंग वेल, उसमें बुरा मानने वाली बात ही नहीं है, क्योंकि सबकी एक्सपीरियंस कहती है कि दिन में 10 स्टॉक्स देती हूँ, 10 में से 8 स्टॉक्स अच्छे रहते हैं, 2 अच्छे नहीं रहते हैं. तो बड़े से बड़े रिसर्चर या द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट इन्वेस्टर ऑल्सो उसके साथ हाथ में भी जस्ट मिस्टेक हो सकता. As I mentioned, what is the risk classification? Broadly क्या करते हैं, जितने भी इन्वेस्टर्स को वो 3 कैटेगरीज में डालते हैं. कंजर्वेटिव, जो बहुत ही ही कैन नॉट टेक एनी रिस्क एसेट, मॉडरेट, जो थोड़ा बहुत रिस्क ले सकते हैं, और एग्रेसिव, जो यंगस्टर्स हैं. बट इस पर्टिकुलर टूल में व्हाट हैव डन, दे हैव मेड इट इनटू 6 कैटेगरीज. सो उसमें और भी फाइन ट्यूनिंग होती है, एंड इट कम्स इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ रिस्क कवर्स जो बिल्कुल रिस्क नहीं लेना चाहते हैं. कंजर्वेटिव, मॉडरेट, मॉडरेटली एग्रेसिव, एग्रेसिव एंड वेरी एग्रेसिव. So in the benefit of this particular tool, what happens, each one of you, like for example, if I say Aditya, or if I say Ajit, or if I say Mani Prasad, any one of you, each one of you will get a personalized portfolio. So the portfolio which you will have, or the portfolio which I will have, that will be entirely different asset. So you can imagine there is one tool which is working exclusively for me. So we cannot match कि उसके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ, मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ. And all the stocks which are all based on AI-based research only. And we know that कि stock market में more than 6,000 stocks है. 6,000 में से मेरे लिए कौन सा अच्छा choose करना, it's not humanly possible at all. And the best thing what I have personally felt is it will tell you when to buy and when to exit. And ऐसा भी नहीं होता कि sometimes it comes when you are at work, suddenly at 9:30, 10 o'clock, they'll send you a message कि Sunita, you have to come out of this particular stock. It's not that कि आपको immediately उसको tap करके immediately आपको exit करना, ऐसा नहीं है. They give the almost a 24 hours time slot kind of a thing. 24 hours में you can come out anything. It is not a point to point which they try to say कि you exit out of it. And they help you in the booking on that particular stock asset. In the whole process, the portfolio which they're making, I have experienced that they generated good returns. We usually do not disclose how much is the returns coming up. We don't want to say that, because when we say that, what happens, people will have expectations high. If you get 15 to 18%, it is very good. But if you say that, the portfolio is giving me 60%, you become excessively greedy kind of. And if you get a return of say 4 to 5%, then you feel very unhappy about it. So it's not only the point कि किस time पे क्या मिलना चाहिए. Even sometimes what happens when the markets are booming, all the portfolios performance, you performs well, your mind is, everyone's perform well. It is only during the downside. So on the downside, how a particular thing is working, that is the magic of it. And that is what I started believing more in the AI tool.